Hi, here we are on day 2 of the Cannes Yachting Festival, and it's another beautiful day on the Côte d'Azur. And we've just come across the tender because, as you may know, the Cannes show is always across two marinas, the Vieux-Port and Port Canto, where we are now. So there's a regular tender service by Yachts, which is a very nice ride, nice little bonus, especially on a hot day that you get a bit of sea breeze just to cool off in between traipsing around all the stands. Yeah, it's always a relatively quiet part of the show here at Canto. There's a bit more space, which is definitely a benefit of this show. It doesn't feel quite so hemmed in as the likes of Monaco, which can be a bit frenetic sometimes. So, especially in these COVID times, it's always good to have a bit of extra space. But the other good thing today, it's a slightly breezier day than yesterday, so the heat is not quite so intense. It's still a balmy 29-30 degrees today, so it's enough. But yeah, what can you say about Cannes? It's not a bad place to come for a boat show. And the crowds yesterday were definitely thinner. It was relatively quiet, but it's picked up a little bit today. So more people around, which is good to see. And yeah, when it comes to the restrictions, they're not overly onerous, shall we say. It's just that once you have your scan, your pass, your green COVID pass scan, you get a bracelet for the day, so you don't get hassled coming in and out the gates. And it's all pretty seamless. No big queues, no big dramas, and no marshals telling you what you can and can't do. In fact, having seen the restrictions put in place at Monaco, we don't know how enforced they will be, but here there is entertainment, there is champagne, there are canapes, and yeah, everything is pretty much normal. So it's great to see. Also, his bar in Holland was cancelled only 2 weeks ago, so notable how many Dutch people there are wandering around here. So presumably they were missing boat shows, and rightly so. So a little introduction to Canto, if you haven't been here before. And the Vieux-Port is mainly the big brands and the big franchises who are hosting their invited clients, invited guests. So you don't just get near the boats directly. On the other side, this side is more broker based. So these are all motor yachts and sailing yachts for sale or charter. And the other notable thing about this part is water toys. So if you like your water toys, this is a good place to come. So here you have Lampuga, we have lots of brands you never heard of before. Jet Surf, there's Awake, which is probably one of the leading brands, I suspect. Of course, Sea Bobs and things that are just like Sea Bobs, but perhaps cheaper and a different specification. Yeah, it's all a relatively chilled show, really. It's been good to see some faces that we haven't seen for a while, and always nice to see how people are doing. And it seems busy. There's quite a lot of business being done, we gather. So it looks like the yachting world generally is getting back to normal. What else can we say? What can you say about a boat show? It's all about mixing, mingling, having fun, and talking a bit of shop. This is another thing we saw yesterday. It was quite intriguing. The Manta 5 bike. Maybe we'll have. Are you doing demonstrations of these bikes in the water?
Only for media and distributors.
I'm media, sir.
Well, that could be arranged.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of a walkthrough film, and I'll come back and.
Yeah, no worries. Come back anytime. We're here all week.
Super.
Perfect.
Okay, see you later. Thanks. Ah, fantastic. We'll have a go on one of these water bikes. And this is another new thing. It's look at these fun things. So Sea Bob is a bit out of your league. For considerably less money, you can get yourself one of these white shark. So what they're called, sub blue, like a mini Sea Bob thing. It looks like. Always good fun. Here's another one, Robo Sea, another similar thing. So yeah, the innovation never stops. Another innovation that we particularly like at this show is because of COVID and the restriction on seating and space, etc., they've now introduced food trucks. Yes, we have food trucks at a boat show. So that gives you a nice choice, and so you just get whatever you fancy, and then join these lovely people, grab a table, and relax. So that's quite a nice innovation. I guess also to do with the fact that there are considerably fewer stands here than normal, so there's more space to accommodate them. Yeah, that's the overriding feeling here. It's quieter, there's more space, but yet it seems to be, certainly on the Canto side, that each year we find that this is pretty quiet. One might even say dead at many times of the show throughout the week, but I have to say I've never seen it quite this busy over on this in this marina. So yeah, it's all positive so far, all around. Not much else to report, really. We're doing some live demos of things. We've been on board an Iguana yacht with the tracks that drives right onto the beach. We had a demo. We're going to be posting a video of that at some point. And yeah, hopefully we're going to have a go on some more toys a bit later on. And yeah, we'll try not to embarrass ourselves too much. So come back to you a bit later on. So for now, it's a bientôt.